Hello, everyone. So this is Miss Garcia again. So now I'm just going to quickly walk you through the actual written process, so to speak. So what we're going to do now that we've actually found how to navigate the Room for Debate website, made sure we logged in with our logged-in email address. Um, we're actually going to go ahead to our summer reading Google Doc. And this is the document that we've already shared with you where we told you that you're going to be housing all of your responses for both Category 1 and Category 2. So just skimming through Category 1, you'll notice that we did give you an example of what we want you to do, but I'm still going to walk you through it really quickly. So just kind of going through, what we're going to do first is make sure in the subject line we do provide the actual title. So let's just go back to Room for Debate, and just for this one, I'm going to go ahead and choose the June 4th, 2015 topic. So, have worry police brought an end to the drop in crime? That is actually the title. So that's what we would be copying into our subject line because that's what's also going to be provided for the discussion group. Okay. For the topic introduction in question, you'd actually have to copy the entire introduction that is provided, as well as the thought-provoking question that comes at the end, because readers are going to need this information in order to be able to draft a response to your post. So that would be the next thing that we would copy down here into our topic introduction and question. Third is the link to the actual debate page. Well, that one's pretty easy. You just copy the URL. And then last but not least, this is where the meat of your discussion is actually going to come from, your response. So when it comes to your response, remember that you need to actually go through and read all of the accompanying articles that are tied into the specific topic. And once you've read through them, you need to then go back and really analyze what it is that each of these people were essentially trying to prove, and then start picking them apart and analyze which you felt did a good job of making logical arguments, of supporting their opinion logically, and likewise, which people, if any, or how many, you felt fell short of actually creating a concise, logical argument. They lacked support when it came to their opinion, etc., etc. So that would be the last part that you would put here in the response. Just remember, though, that we specified that you want to make sure that when it comes to your response, you are explaining your answers using specific evidence from at least 2 articles. Okay, so that's to show us that you are truly going back into the text to help you support your own analysis. All right. And the last thing that you're going to want to do is, if I were, as your teacher, to ask you to answer this thought-provoking question that comes at the end of the introduction, what research question would you first want to explore before you feel comfortable responding to that research question? And that is completely individualized. It's just you are trying to formulate an opinion, but because you may not necessarily feel that you're an expert like these people may be when it comes to this topic, you'd want to do a little bit more research before giving me your opinion on this question. So what research question would you want to explore before you actually give me your opinion to get a little bit more information? And that's the last part that you would put for part number 4, which is the response. So when it comes to exactly what does this look like, obviously we would hope that you wouldn't jumble this all into one giant paragraph. You want to think about, well, first I have to talk about which one is most logical, and then I have to talk about which ones I found fault with, and lastly I have to talk about which research question I'd want to explore. You maybe want to start looking at like 3 different parts to your response, right? Alrighty, so that's for this part. And then the last screencast is just going to walk you through the discussion group